Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I'm here with day 14 of Scraptember 2023. And today's prompt from the Scrappy Sisters and Laura Alberts is a cut file, punch, or dies. And so I chose this picture to document because at the retreat I went to in August, my friend gave me this little note that says, let's take a selfie while we're here showing off our smiles. When you get home, use this little gift to document our friendship across miles. And she gave me a cut file of Alabama. So I made a cut file of Kentucky. And so I'm going to use those as well as some punches. And I've got some Hip Kit Club collection papers and some scraps. And I'm going to get some of those used, as well as some Hip Kit Club collection embellishments that I've got. And I was going to use that little heart punch, and I do use that to put the heart on my Kentucky. And I took another heart that I had pre-cut, but I don't use it like on camera. But I did use that and the notebook paper one. And then I'm going to just pull some things from the ephemera bits and pieces, as well as use the items that my friend Julie gave me. So I got my papers, my embellishments, my punches, my die cuts, and my picture. So hopefully this is going to work out, and I'll get all these things on here, and let's see how this goes. So first things first, I'm going to use this purpley, the paper I used was that larger scrap, and it has blue on one side with polka dots and then like a purple and blue pattern on the other side. And so I turned my picture down a little, matted it on the purpley blue color, and then gave it a large mat on that blue polka dot. And I'm kind of keeping this simple because I don't want to take away from the concept of her cut file of Alabama and mine of Kentucky. Originally I had them flip-flopped, but literally Alabama is below Kentucky, so I thought that I would put Kentucky in the top left and then put Alabama in the bottom right. I used some double-sided tape to get the ribbon down, but then I used Nouveau Deluxe adhesive to finish gluing it down. I wanted an instant stick so it would stay, so that's why I put the double-sided tape on there. But I always like to use Nouveau Deluxe, like a wet glue, when I'm using ribbon, thread, things like that. So I did use the punch for the notebook paper, and I punched a scrap piece of white and striped paper. And then I put that on either side, the right and the left of the picture, and I love that look. I love that punch. I wanted one so bad. My friend Tara, the paper snob, sent it to me, and I, around the exact same time, had bought one for myself. Luckily, they're different, and so they're really fun to use, and I forget a lot, so that's why I enjoy these like lifts or challenges where they tell you to pull things out that you might not remember or think about, or that you put off using. So I have laid my ribbon down in the background. I did the two tealy blue colors and then the pink, which that was our theme colors for our retreat. And I am working on figuring out where I want to put these florals. Now, these florals came from the Hip Kit Club collection that I'm using. And I thought I would use that pink one, but where it ends up going in that top left corner, it's kind of a pinky purpley shade up there, and the flower just disappeared. So instead, I cut this flower that is underneath the picture, and I'm going to put half of that up at the top right or top left corner. And so I'm getting that same like white, it's got like text print on it, which I think is really cool. And so I'm going to have that below the picture as well as up there in that corner. And then I use that almost like a watercolory flower above the picture. So it's giving me the majority of all of my stuff is going in a top left to bottom right diagonal, along with the Kentucky and the Alabama with the ribbon. And so I do splurge a little over. I'm going to flip-flop some things right there above the picture, but I do move things around just a little bit to be more of a diagonal look. Excuse me. And so right now I am trying to get the flower up there, and I want to tuck that little tealy colored leaf in, but I want to keep that kind of farther away from the ribbon because it's not like an exact match to the ribbon, but it's still in that same color family, and I think that it's more fitting than the white florals that also come with this collection that have like wordy bits on it. So instead of putting the tag on the inside of the picture, I'm going to put it on the outside because it's a little less decorative, and I'm going to use it just to do a little journaling, and that way I'm putting the floral in the middle, keeping that more diagonal look, and then tucking in the little leafy bit, and again having it further away from the ribbon so that it's not contrasting right next to each other. And then I do put this little word down here, says keepsakes. And I'm going to use this little quote right here that came from the Hip Kit Club collection that says, "This makes my heart happy." And that will be my title for this layout. And as well as this little bushel of flowers, which I think is cute. And it's kind of like on a, I just cover that little, it's almost like a wooden spoon with flowers on it or something. And so I just cover that. And I was going to use this little circular bit here, but it looks weird because it doesn't fill that space, and it almost looks like an accident, and I don't want that. And like I said, I really didn't want to overdo the embellishments on this layout because that background paper is stunning, and it says things like inspire and create, which is super fitting because my friend Julie is a phenomenal scrapbooker. I adore watching or seeing the layouts that she creates, and she is just inspirational to me because she is such an awesome human being. And so I'm super excited that she is a part of this group of ladies that I got to meet back in August when we had our retreat. And she and I have been scrapbooking friends for almost 3 years and just met for the first time at the retreat, pretty much like the rest of us ladies. And so I was super excited to have this picture, and like I said, the paper really spoke for itself, and I didn't want to overdo it. I really didn't want to take away from the concept of what she was looking for in the little quote that she gave us that has SDA, which is our group 2023. And so I've got that little yellow Post-it note covering her like full name and like her city and state and stuff. So once I am done with my layout share at the end of the month, I'll pull that off obviously before I put it in my book. That definitely stands out on this layout. So but that is really it. I didn't add a whole lot of other stuff. I love these florals because they're textured, and they add a lot of grit to the layout. But not being overwhelming. There's a little heart I tucked in. This already had this, faux mixed media on it. I will write a little journaling note on that tag, and that'll be it. So I'm really excited with how this turned out. I adore my sweet friend Julie. I'm super excited that she was there when we all got to get together, and I cannot wait for our next big adventure. So I hope you all have a great day. I hope that you all are getting inspired with all these fun prompts that the Scrappy Sisters and Laura Alberts have come up with. So I hope you'll come back and see me again really soon. If you haven't already, I would love it if you would subscribe and like this video. Have a great day. I hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love, and happy scrapping.